What's up, world? My name is Valentine from Kulture Media.
I'm Ben from Deep End Real Estate.
First and foremost, Ben, I just want to thank you for allowing me to be welcomed into this masterpiece of a home. I mean, it's beautiful. And not only that, but I know the world wants to know, and I definitely want to know, what does it mean? My first $1 million flip.
Well, it's the first one. Don't get caught up on the $1 million. That's just a mantra. That's just to keep individual motivated. To the end goal, the reward that we want to have. But just basically my first flip that I've done from the ground up. I'm gonna do more of in the future, and it's the first one.
So you said, I know there's this quote that you say it often, and it's like, what, money is not the motivation, but it's the reward.
Yeah, money is the reward, never the motivation.
Money is the reward, never the motivation.
Yeah, so
and that's something I'm gonna have to write down. Like, but what does that mean to you in this whole process?
So, I don't look at the money aspect at the end.
Yeah.
You have an idea of what you will yield. But for me, it's just putting in the real hard work and actually seeing it turn from what it was to what it is now. So that's just the motivation between me and being able to put the hard work into it, and at the end, hopefully yielding the profit that I would like to yield in order to do other endeavors and other things that I have in mind.
So is this is this property your first property?
My first flip is not my first property.
Hold on. So this is not okay. So there's two houses that you own essentially.
Yeah, right now. Yep.
All right. So your first property, tell me about that.
All right. So about this year makes 5 years. I got a 3-family home, which I purchased 5 years ago, and now this is the first flip that I've done. So
I knew you for a very long time. And I know that you went from sneakers, working at Foot Locker, selling sneakers, to owning your own company. Company that you're partnered in, Swap Masters, to doing real estate. How do we get from Ben, the one where everybody knows is sneaker king, to now he's a real estate mogul, or on the way to be?
Well, I was with Foot Locker for 10 years, which I'm grateful for. I got a strong background in sales, retail. So, I've been in real estate now for 2 years full time. And I'm thankful for the networks and connections and everything I learned in retail and sales, because I figured it would be a smooth transition into real estate. That's what made me want to take on a new challenge with real estate. So, about 2 years ago, I just figured that real estate would be something that I should take on embark on this new challenge, and I've been doing it ever since, and I enjoy it.
That's congratulations, man. It's not a lot of people, from the same tribe that's out here doing things and, really succeeding in doing those things.
Thank you. It ain't easy, though.
Yeah, and I can imagine. And I do want to get to the challenges at one point.
Yeah.
I have a question I really, really want to ask. So for those who, may want to, engage in the process or into the journey of being, flipping homes, do you need to have a background in sales?
So to do the flip aspect of it, that's all within you.
Okay.
Because you're taking on a big challenge. It's a stressful one, long nights, and it's a lot of risk. And with all risks, it comes the rewards, and you have to have that in the back of your mind and keep that as your motivation factor to do something like this. So just basically starting off, you want to first make sure that you got your credentials in order.
Okay.
You know what I mean by that? You want to make sure that your credit's in good standings, or you have the capital saved up in order to purchase, if you want to purchase cash, or you have the assets in order to leverage to purchase real estate. And that's something that you'll go and, sit down and assess with your lender. So you gotta have the right team. For first and foremost, you want to have the right credentials with your lender. You will discuss that with him. Second, with the realtor that you have of choice. Your realtor is a big piece of this formula for you, because they're gonna be the ones to help you to find that deal. You can't find the deal on your own, but if you're starting ground up, you can get information from the realtor. They'll be able to run comps in the area to make sure that this property that you're looking to take that risk in has other comparables in that area to say, okay, in this area over here in Windsor goes for $240. So if you're able to buy this property for $100,000, then you go into the next phase with your contractor, see if how much would it take? If their contract is set up to take 80,000, then you can sit back and say, okay, do I want to risk this 100,000 to buy, then risk 80,000 to renovate, and am I going to yield that 240? So am I going to have that $60,000 profit window? You know, and then that's something for you to assess and see if you're able to, for one, not only have the means to purchase and take that risk, but also to see it through, and also have the right headspace to do that. And then your realtor comes back again to make sure that you get it sold. So that's what I'm for.
So essentially, like, this is that formula. You know, these are the steps that you would take, you know, for a first time, like somebody that's just interested. They have that thought to say, you know, I want to do this, but I don't know how.
Yeah, so like a lot of that is the steps. You know, you got to make sure that you have the means to purchase. That's one. You want to have to make sure you find the right deal, and the deal is all in the numbers that you will break down. Then you have to have the right contractors to actually see it through. You know, you can't have, you know, your uncle, you know, come here and do the electrical, wham, you know, think you're gonna be good. Like, I got an uncle who can do my plumbing, don't want me in it. You want to do good work, you gotta have the right team members, the right contract, licensed professionals to see it through and make it done the right way. That's how you're gonna yield the most profit when it's time to sell.
So with this particular flip, like the first $1 million flip, like this one that I'm seeing right now, like what, like did you use that same blueprint? Like, is this your blueprint that you use?
Yeah, so don't get it messed up. Just because I am a real estate agent, I didn't go through that same form. So I had to make sure that I had the credentials in order to purchase. You know, then I did the research, make sure the numbers showed that yes, I got the wiggle room in order to profit what I want to profit, and it makes sense for me that I would be happy with potentially walking away with. And then, you know, I had the contractors in order to actually get the work done.
So how'd you find all this stuff? Like credentials, cool. Like what? Like, is it the amount of money I need? Like, is it like a first time buyer? Like what is, like, I don't know nothing, bro.
Well, so the first time home buyer aspect wouldn't be in the investing side of things.
Okay.
You want to take advantage of that program when you're looking to purchase. Like I did when I purchased my 3-family home.
Okay.
But
not with a flip, so we wouldn't do this with a flip.
No, we can't get government. You know, the FHA is like a government loan.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give you that to rehab a property. Okay. There is ways they can do it for you to actually live in it, but in order to purchase and flip, you will either have to have your own capital or go through something what's called a hard money lender.
Okay. All right. So, hard money lender. I mean, bro,
that's private money.
That's not money. That's me coming to Ben millionaire, you know, because he flipped his first home. That's me coming to you saying, hey, can you?
You know, so I'll come to you and I say, hey, I borrow $100,000. You gonna tell me how much interest I gotta pay you back to borrow that money from you? You know. So there's financial institutions that do it.
So tell me a little bit more about this property. You know, I know like this is something that you want to do for a very long time.
Yeah.
And now that you've done it, like the challenges, like what challenges that did you face during this time? Like, you know, what, you know, like, yeah, please, challenges.
So for me, honestly, being able to find the funding to do it, that was a challenge. But actually, once I obtained it, the biggest challenge was actually getting the work done in the time frame I wanted to get it completed. Like, I wanted to complete this within 30 days. I told myself, 30 days, I'm gonna get this.
Why 30?
Because I actually, crazy thing is, I had a similar property. Like, when I first got into real estate, it was a Cape that I actually had, I listed, and it took some time to set up. You know, Capes are a little bit smaller, but it's perfect for a first time home. And I just envisioned that, you know, I'm just like, I want to get it on the market and get my money back. Yeah. You know, because I'm paying on this money that I borrowed. It's just a lot of things between, and I want to see that reward. You know what I mean? So I just said 30 days, and then it's gonna be another 30 days on the market. I'm gonna get it sold, bang. So just going through that process, I told myself I'm not gonna cut no corners. I pulled permits for everything. I thought that would be a day thing. You know, it takes time. They gotta come out, inspect, whatnot. And also, you know, just little things. Like I took this wall down. And I just did a lot of work myself. You know what I mean? I wanted to feel what that felt like. You know, I wanted to learn. You know, I wanted to cut costs. True. I was actually here, you know, getting down and dirty with my team. And the hard thing about it was, you know, not being able to get it completed in the time that I wanted it completed. You know what I mean? Because I was hard on myself. Challenges as far as the individuals that did the work, they were great. You know, I didn't encounter any issues with them. And everything was, you know, accessible to them when they needed it to complete. So I planned it out the right way. I had a vision behind it. I got opinions from loved ones, family members. They saw me do it, and they was actually here helping me to do it too. So that was beautiful. But as a whole, the challenges for me with this project is the timeline. And especially though the corona stuff. Yeah, no one expected that to happen. So, but I just wanted to get it out and, you know, bang it out, do the right work, and, you know, get on the market and not have that overhead over me.
And so you mentioned team. Like, I know you like what I'm hearing. Like, a team is very essential, very important. You know, how did you find those contractors? Because I can go to the yellow pages. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore.
Now, crazy thing is, these individuals were referred to me through family members who've invested in real estate, who've done previous flips before. So, you know, I just went sourcing out, and, you know, I wanted to see their work. I'm not just about to go off like, yeah, you know, my uncle, you know, he did off a whole kitchen. You go to the kitchen, cabinets hanging. You know, I didn't want none of that.
Sure, they
I want everything done the right way. I want to see the type of quality work that they've done and be able. I want to make sure that they're taking pride in this the same way I take pride in my stuff. You know what I mean? So, you know, just by referrals, word of mouth, and, you know, actually seeing the work that they've done.
So like, going back, you mentioned capital.
Yep.
You know, and I think that's like, even in my industry, you know, with media, you know, obtaining capital for great ventures and great ideas is always hard to come by. So what was a way that you obtained the capital, and how much capital would you, if you're okay with sharing, did you need for your first flip, and how did that go about? How'd you go about that?
All right, so, you know, let's put it out there just in general terms. It's all in the deal. And then when you're going to borrow money from anyone, they're gonna want to see what the liability is. So they're going to see, okay, what you're purchasing this for, and if things were to go south, am I gonna be in the hole? You know, no one's gonna give you money for $150,000, and you're buying this property at $130,000, and you only have $20,000 in equity. You know what I mean? Because if things go south, you go over budget, you overexpend. How are they gonna get back their $130,000? You know what I mean? So individuals out there, they just want to make sure that that's what it comes down to, the deal and the numbers, and make sure that there's enough equity within that property in order for them to take that risk. And you also got to come with skin in the game. You got to put money down. You know what I mean? They want to see you put 20% or whatever you want to borrow, depending on what you're going through. And, you know, like all businesses, it's a risk. You know what I mean? But they're going to make sure that this deal is, you know, is they're protected, and, you know, you did your research and make sure that you've protected their money and you're protecting yourself. So it's a win-win at the end for everybody.
So why'd you buy this one? You know, like, what made you choose this area? You know, and is there specific areas that you're looking in the future to, you know, buy into, or like urban, suburban areas, maybe cities? Like, why?
I don't discriminate. Okay, you know what I mean? So it all comes down to the deal. This one actually happened to come across, like, doing the research, and I just saw that this happened to actually be a short sale. You know, like back in the day, it was a short sale, like foreclosed property. Okay. And so I was actually able to bid on it, and I was actually a successful bidder at that price point, what I purchased it for. And
you weren't scared? Like, were there a lot of people around?
Nah. It wasn't like that. You know what I mean?
50,000.
Nah, it wasn't like that. That's usually on the auction. But this one actually, it was electronically, and then I submitted it, and I actually won. So that's the first step. And this area, I did the comps, I ran the numbers, and I said, you know what? The amount of work and the resources that I have, I'm willing to take that risk, because, you know, I have enough wiggle room. If worse come to worse, I had to go and invest $20,000 over budget for unexpected things. I'll still be able to profit a little something. You know what I mean? So that's all comes down to doing the research, and, you know, that the deal made sense.
So where are you now in this whole process? Like, I know the house is finished. You know, it's on the market. I came through, seen the sign outside, seen your name under the sign. Like, where we at with it now?
So right now, where we at right now, it is on the market. blessed for it to go on the contract due to the climate of things where we're at within now.
True.
And you know, I'm blessed like with how everything's going with Corona or whatnot, that this property is actually it being vacant. Worked in my best interest because our individuals feel comfortable coming in here, not with other individuals, and you know, and individual loved it. They loved the work, and you know, multiple offers came in, and I'm blessed to be in that predicament.
So I got two more questions. I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you got to go get your next flip, get your next $2 million flip. But my first question is like, this is a question I always love to ask people.
Yeah.
What piece of advice would you tell your future self?
So I gotta think about it.
All right, we can come back to that.
but my future self,
already sitting on a mill, you know.
I'm glad that I did it today. You understand? So when you sit back and think about things, you always sit back and like, damn, I wish I could have did it when I did it. Yeah. You know what I mean? But you got the opportunity to start it today. Just started today. You know what I mean? Because 2 years from now, you can be like, I'm happy I did it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you don't know what's life unexpected things that you're gonna come across. You know, so you just want to be able to be in a position to take advantage of the opportunities when they do come, because they're gonna come. You know, when you're around like-minded individuals, and then you're gonna network with individuals you don't know, who's gonna teach you new things, new ways how to make money. You gotta be ready. You gotta be prepared. Somebody come tell you, you know what? If you was in the room when they made Facebook, you gotta come up with 10,000, but you out here buying the latest drip. Now you don't got that 10,000.
Yeah.
Now look at the opportunity you just missed out because you wasn't prepared.
True.
So I just tell my future self, I'm glad that, you know, I locked in and start taking advantage and start preparing myself for the opportunities that may potentially come, because they will come.
And for your future self, like where you are now, what's next? To be, you know, like to get to that future self, like what's next?
Honestly, I enjoy real estate, what I do. Like, I love it. This flip here, actually being able to see the work that I put in and what I potentially will be rewarded with, that's extra motivation. You know what I mean? Because with the reward, you'll be able to reward others. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be, you know, with the money, but you can reward other individuals with time, because you don't have to work that hard. You know what I mean? So just be able to reward your loved ones and, you know, reward your friends, invest in them, because now you have the capital to do so, to invest back.
True.
And because individuals aren't investing in me as I would like them to be. You know what I mean? And just create a platform to be able to do that. You know what I mean? And just take advantage of other opportunities coming, because they come.
Yeah, I feel you. And I know I said 2 questions, but I got one last. I promise it's my last one. I need a real estate agent. Why should I pick you?
Because I'm out here doing it. You know, I've been on multiple sides. I've been on the side where I purchased my home. I know what it is to be a landlord. I know what it is to do a flip. I know what it is to search for these deals. I know what it is to see what the reward is like. I also know what it is to see on the flip side the negatives. So I know also what to explain and teach the individuals what to look out for. The unexpected things that you always think, all right, everything's fine and dandy. But, you know, you want somebody to actually just teach you and just show you, just basically, like my dad always told me, learn from the mistake of others, not only from your own. You know, so being able to come a part of my team, and if it makes sense for everyone as a whole, you know what I mean, if the chemistry is there, because everything is about chemistry.
True.
You know what I mean? So I would advise anybody when they are going in to purchase a home, you know, do your research, you know, interview realtors if you would like. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, feel who you feel will give you the time that you're looking for and have your best interest. And you being successful is me being successful.
Yeah.
So that's just the motto I live by, and I give everybody 100% like they my own.
Right. So, like, again, bro, like, I appreciate you taking the time to, like, sit with me today. I've learned so much, and I know anybody that's watching this right now, I know that they are, like, steps ahead of anybody else who didn't watch it right now. You know, so thank you again for the opportunity.
Thank you, bro.
I wish you all the congratulations on your future endeavors.
Thank you, bro. You too.
Just make sure you call me so I can come to the $1 Million Flip house party or whatever. Just make sure you call me so I'm in there. All right, bring some more too.
Fly to Calabasas or something.
All right, copy that, bro. So again, well, make sure y'all tune in. This man right here has so many great things going on, from swap masters to his real estate, real estate endeavors. Just stay tuned in and stay locked in, and maybe you could be next.